Hi, everybody. Welcome to this prayerful pause with the pastor. Yes, it's true. I'm wearing the same thing. Lest you think I wear the same thing day after day, I just record many prayerful pauses in one sitting. Sometimes I have different hats on, mostly so I can tell which day it is when I'm going back to edit. So I'm not trying to pull anything over on you. I was reading one of the meditations that comes into my inbox, and I've forgotten what the title. Oh, Tune In, I think was the title of it, and I expected to hear one idea when I did that, and it was something totally different. And then I realized, well, what I expected to hear is what I needed to hear, and so that's what I'm sharing with you. Yeah, we have. It's this idea that. And I've said this to some of you in different settings before, but it's this idea that wherever you are right now, sitting in that room, you have a lot of things going through your airspace. You have television waves and radio waves and microwaves and different vibrations of sound and different vibrations of light waves, and all those things are present whether we are aware of them or not. In order to become aware of them, we bring in like a radio, for instance, and it has an antenna on it, and on it I can decide if I'm going to listen to AM or FM or shortwave, depending, of course, on the wave structure and signal, whether it's AM, the amplitude modulation, the FM, the frequency modulation, or the shortwave, determines the distance that it can travel and the quality of the sound and all of that. So there's a lot packed into these sound waves, and same with television waves and microwaves. The thing is that unless you have the device to receive it, you can't decipher it. You can't take it in. You don't have the antenna going. You don't even recognize what the waves are. And so I'm kind of here today, I think, to talk about God waves. Not this kind of wave, but the God waves that flow through us and are present in the universe. Unless we have an antenna that's attuned to it, we're not going to get the message. And you can say, well, where's my antenna to connect with God? Well, it's prayer and meditation. It's that intention of being open. I think really that word intention, everything boils down to intention when it comes to prayer. You've heard it said, and people have written about, there's only 3 kinds of prayers: help, thanks, wow. And I agree with that. But it's our intention. Are we going to be open to having that communication? Are we going to be open to receiving communication? It's our antenna. And we have to refine that. And it has to be operable in order for us to connect with the kind of waves that we want to connect with. There are an awful lot of waves around me when it comes to emotion, or negativity, or being overly sensitive, or being insecure. I mean, all of those are kind of energy things, fear, that are all around us all the time. So I have to sharpen, and it is an intent for me to sharpen my antenna for love and for positivity. And I do that through prayer. Now, gets into the whole definition thing of prayer and what's prayer for you and what's prayer for me. It doesn't have to be, closing your eyes and saying, "Dear God," with magical words. That's not prayer. Prayer is this openness, however you achieve it. Openness, awareness, intention. So that's the antenna. And when that is sharpened, then we become more aware of those God waves around us, and we can become anchored in the God waves. Ooh, that's a good title. I should preach that sometime, to be anchored in the God waves. So That's my wish for you today. Maybe spend just a few minutes figuring out how to sharpen your own antenna. What are you going to do today that will provide space for that intention? Is it going to be, a walk in the woods, spending time with your grandchild? Because children are wide open antennas. Working in the garden, reading a book, praying with a book of prayers, sitting and reading, doing biblical reading. What's it going to be for you? But pick something so that you can take in those God waves and amplify them out into the world. Give voice to them. Okay? That's it for today. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause of the Pastor. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Until next time, you know I'm going to say God bless. And take care. I think COVID numbers around here are doing okay right now, but boy, they're starting to rise in some other spots. So be safe. And bye for now.